Hello everyone, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we will do the detailed review of the Micromax Unite 3. So the Unite 3 is a successor of the popular Unite 2 which was announced last year, and this device has slightly upgraded specs when compared to the Unite 2. So the Unite 2 had only a 5 megapixel camera. Now we have the Unite 3 with an 8 megapixel rear camera and LED flash and a front facing 2 megapixel camera. The storage has also been increased to 8 GB on the Unite 3, and rest all features remain almost the same. It has a 4.7 inch WVGA display, that's 480 by 800 pixels, and it has 1.3 GHz MediaTek quad-core chipset with 1 GB RAM and 8 GB internal storage. This runs Android 5.0 Lollipop. That's one specialty of this device, and previously the Unite 2 also came with Android KitKat, which was the latest version then. Now the specialty of the Unite 2 was it did support regional languages. That was the first device to have regional language support, and even with Unite 3 Micromax is focusing on the regional language support, so we'll talk about that later. So first up, let's see the design and build quality. So you can see the design aspect, Micromax hasn't done with anything new on the Unite 3. It's almost same design aspects. You can see the curved rear panels, the matte finish rear panel. You can see the edges are also curved. The only change probably we can notice is that the camera unit, which is located at the center area, has been moved to the left, and we have the Micromax logo, and it's an 8 megapixel rear camera. The power and the volume key is on the right side. On the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack and the micro USB charging slot at the bottom, and then you have the 3 capacity backlit touch buttons. So overall design wise, there isn't anything new to offer in the Micromax Unite 3, and Micromax has retained almost the same design language, and this design doesn't look a really inspiring design or rather standout design. It's the same design what we see on most of the budget smartphones in this price point. So nothing new in the design. But it's a fairly decent looking device. You can't say this has a great design, but the build quality is pretty decent. Again, the material quality looks pretty good, although the overall finishing could have been better in many areas, including the key, the touchpad, the front display. The materials used could have been slightly better, but nevertheless this is a decently built device in terms of the overall quality. Now moving on to the display. Display is one area where the Unite 3 lags behind the competition, because this has just a WVGA display. That's just 480 by 800 pixels. That's pretty low by all standards. Right now most of the competition has moved to HD as well as QH displays, and Micromax has retained the same display what we saw on the Unite 2, only difference being this has the Corning Gorilla Glass 3 support, so that's a welcome move. But still then the display quality is very poor. The viewing angles are just average. You can clearly see the pixelation in the display. So you can clearly see the pixelation in the display, and the quality looks very poor. The readability and the sharpness levels are also very low. So overall the display is one of the weakest links in this device, but the color quality looks pretty decent. But overall we would say the display is very poor and does not live up to the expectation of the competition. Now moving on to the software and performance. So this device runs on Android 5.0 Lollipop, and Micromax has retained more or less the stock Android experience. You can see the notification center is almost stock. We have the app drawer, and again this is also very similar to the stock Android experience. So we have the option to change wallpapers. The multitasking is again implemented in the same way as that of the stock Android. So all in all, the software looks pretty decent. If you love stock experience, this should satisfy you. And Micromax also has added a lot of third-party apps which we feel should have been avoided, like the Hotstar, Paytm. There is News, and then there is Marble, and a few apps like QCub. Then those apps could have been avoided. They have included a lot of bloatwares, so which we feel shouldn't have been done. So apart from that, the software experience is pretty decent, and it does come with slightly better apps, including there is sound recorder. Then you have a Unite Lens app which allows you to translate text directly by pointing using the camera. That will talk about in detail. So this device does support for different regional languages. If you see the quick settings, you can see a different language support. So it has 10 languages, regional languages. If you use regional language, you can just select this language, and that language will be applied to this device. So it also comes with a different launcher. It's called first touch launcher. So you can just select this and you can see a different look. So we are not really liking this look, but still then if this phone is being used by elderly people, this should be better interface because it has large icons. So that's one good thing, but overall the interface on this doesn't look that great, but pretty useful for elderly people to have a better usage with the apps and other settings. Now this phone comes with an interesting feature wherein you can translate text to other languages when typing. So right now we have typed how are you, and the regional language apart from English we are set to Hindi. Now what you can do is just swipe from here and it will just convert the text into Hindi. That is just not just converting, it will translate the text. So you can see now it's translated. Now what else you can do is you can do transliteration as well. So what you can just swipe here and it will do the transliteration. So it can translate as well as it can do the transliteration. So that's supported here. So those are the two features with this device. That's a Unite lens. It does support 10 regional languages, so that's an added feature. And apart from that, the performance is pretty decent, not really that great. We could see slight lag here and there when multitasking, and you can't run too many apps in the background. It will create lag, and this is just for casual use, not for really heavy usage. And the gaming performance was just average. We did play some games on this device. We have already uploaded a gaming performance video, so you can check out that video. So the overall performance was just average, not really that great, and the benchmark scores are also not really that best when compared to the competition. So that was the software and performance. The call quality on the device was pretty good, no issues, and the speaker performance was also pretty decent. Although the quality was not good, the sound output was pretty decent. Now talking about the camera experience, so this phone comes with an 8 megapixel camera and a front facing 2 megapixel camera. So we already done the detailed review of the camera on this device and found that the camera performance was just average. It's not really that great in terms of the overall quality. So here are some of the samples which we took, and you can see the quality looks pretty decent. The contrast isn't that good. The color quality was pretty good. So overall, we would say, even if you consider the low light as well as the daylight performance, it's a very basic camera. It's not really that great when compared to the competition. So we can say that this is an average camera which can produce decent shots in daylight, but not really a great performance in low light. Now talking about the video experience, the video quality was not that great. It was just average quality and not really that quality which we would expect in this price point, especially with the competition giving great results. Now there is also front facing 2 megapixel camera which is just average camera, not really that great in terms of the selfie experience, just for sharing with the social sites. So that was the camera experience. Now talking about the battery life, this device comes with 2000 milliampere battery, and the battery performance was pretty decent, and you can squeeze in a day of usage with this battery. So if you're an average user, you can get 1 day of usage with this battery. So that was the detailed review of the Micromax Unite 3. So all in all, this device is priced 6,999. That's the official pricing, although in some sites it's available for 6,500. So for 6,500 we don't really see any great value for money in this device, because the display is really poor, the performance is not really that great, the camera was just average, so build quality again was not really the best. So this device isn't really great value for money. So if you're looking for an Android 5.0 lollipop device, we would suggest you to check out the Euphoria or even the Moto E, the latest version. This device perform much better than the Micromax Unite 3, and the display on this device is really bad. It's of below average quality and doesn't come up to the competition levels. So that was a detailed review of the Micromax Unite 3. Hope you liked this video. If you have any queries, drop in a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with the queries. If you like this video, do hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.